Hello everyone. Today I am going to tell you the same topic, active and passive voice of past tense, right? In my previous video I have discussed with you how to change active voice into passive voice. I have also tell you about the what is active voice and what is passive voice, and I have discussed with you how to change the present tense voices into the other one, passive voice. Now today I am going to discuss with you about the past tense and the future tense. So let's start it. For example, I have to change the simple past active voice into passive. So what is the rule of simple past? Subject plus verb second form plus object, right? So when I have to change into passive voice, जब मुझे इसको passive voice में change करना है तो मैं क्या लिखूंगी? मैं लिखूंगी subject plus was were plus verb third form plus by plus object. This is my rule. Okay. Here we have verb second form, but I have already told you whenever you have to change active voice into passive voice, you will put every time in any kind of tense you will put verb third form only. And what are the 4 points that you have to take care of while changing the active voice into passive voice? कौन से 4 points है जो आपको याद रखने हैं active voice को passive voice में change करने के लिए? That is your subject into object, subject at the place of object and object at the place of subject. Then the second is helping verb according to the subject. Then the main verb third form, then put the preposition that is by, and then the object. For example, we are taking an example, he shoot a bird. Right? We know that he is our subject, a bird is our object. Understood? So I have told you that subject को object की place पे लाइए और object को subject की place पे लाइए. तो ये object है आपका, इसको subject की place पे ले आए हम, a bird. दिस इज आर सिंगुलर. सिंगुलर बर्ड की बात हो रही है, बर्ड्स नहीं है, बर्ड है, तो बर्ड के साथ आपका आ जाएगा वॉज. शूट की थर्ड फॉर्म शूट की रहती है, शूट. देन द प्रीपोजिशन एंड देन द ऑब्जेक्ट. व्हेन द सब्जेक्ट विल गो एट द प्लेस ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट, जब ही सब ऑब्जेक्ट की प्लेस पे चला जाएगा तो वो हिम बन जाएगा. दिस इज द वे टू चेंज द voices, the active voice into passive voice of simple past. For example, the other example we are taking, we enjoyed a game. Okay. Here also the subject is we. The object is a game. Let's change the position. Bring a game at the place of subject. A game. Then it's singular. We are talking about singular. So we will put was. The third form of enjoyed is enjoyed only. Then preposition by. And when we will go at the place of object, और जब we object की जगह पे चला जाएगा तो वो क्या बन जाएगा? वो आपका बन जाएगा us. So a game was enjoyed by us. So this is the way to change the active into passive. I hope that you have understood. Now the next is your past continuous. Right? Past continuous. What is the rule of past continuous? Subject plus was, were plus verb ing plus object. Right? When I have to change it into passive, what I will write? Subject plus was, were, being plus verb third form plus by plus object. Okay? This is the rule that you have to put was, were and being as well. For example, I am writing he was writing a letter. He was writing a letter. So we know that he is our subject, a letter is our object. Change the position. A letter was सिंगुलर है तो was आ गया. फिर क्या आना है आपका? being आना है. राइटिंग का थर्ड फॉर्म क्या होता है? written by. ही जब आपका ऑब्जेक्ट की प्लेस पे चला जाएगा तो वो आपका बन जाएगा him. Understood? This is the way to change the sentences. Now next आपका आता है past perfect. Past perfect. In past perfect we have rule for active subject plus had plus verb third form plus object. Right? This is our rule. Now when you have to change into passive, what you will do? Subject plus had been plus verb third form plus by plus object. This is our rule. So for example, they had bribed the clerk. अगर मैंने example लिया, they had bribed the clerk. So we already know that they is our subject, the clerk is our object. Change the position. The clerk had, now what is the rule? Had been. Had been, verb third form, so means it will remain same. Bribed by, when they will come at the place of object, जब they object की place पे आएगा तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? Then. Understood? This is the way to change active into passive. One more example we will take. एक और example हम लेते हैं. For example, they had already tasted victory. They had already tasted victory. So they is our subject, victory is our object. Change the position. Victory had already been tasted by them. This is the way to change the active voice into passive voice, and this is true of past perfect. Now the next is past perfect continuous. Right? There will be no change in passive. No change. कोई भी change नहीं होता है. So this is about your past tense, and now we will move forward with the future. Right? अब हम future पे चलते हैं. Simple future. What is the rule of simple future? Subject plus modal. Modal can be can, could, shall, should, right? Any can be modal over here. Must. Verb first form plus object. This is your rule. When you have to change it into passive form, you will write subject plus modal plus be plus verb third form plus by plus object. This is your rule. Okay? For example, if I take an example, you must reveal the fact. If I'm writing, you must reveal the fact. So you is your subject, the fact is your object. So when you are changing it, the facts, ठीक है, ऑब्जेक्ट जो था वो सब्जेक्ट की जगह पर आ गया. द फैक्ट्स, फिर मोडाल के हमारा इसमें मस्ट है, हमने मस्ट लिख लिया. उसके बाद हमें बी लगाना है, हमने बी लिख लिया. रिवील का थर्ड फॉर्म हो जाएगा रिवील्ड. और फिर बाय यू जब आपका ऑब्जेक्ट की प्लेस पे जाएगा तो वो आपका यू ही रहेगा. This is the way to change the active into passive. One more example we will take. Mitali should write a book. Or Riya should write a book. Now here we know that Riya is our subject, a book is our object. Change the position. A book, our modal is should. So write down should. With should, after should we will root be. Then the third form of write is should be written. A book should be written by Riya. Understood? This is the rule of simple future, that how you will change it into passive voice. There will be no change in future continuous. Future continuous में कोई change नहीं होता है. No change at all. Right? No change at all in passive voice. Then come to the future perfect. Future perfect. What is the rule of future perfect? That is subject plus modal. Subject plus modal plus have plus verb third form plus object. Right? And when you have to change into passive, you will write subject plus modal plus have been plus verb third form plus by plus object. This is the rule to change. Okay, this is about the future perfect tense. For example, if I am taking an example, you should have informed the police. You should have informed, you should have informed the police. Right? You is your subject, the police is your object. Change the position, the police. Right? उसके बाद हमारा क्या है, मोडाल है तो हमने लिख दिया मोडाल शुड. फिर हैव है तो हमने लिख दिया हैव. फिर बीन लगाना है तो बीन. फिर वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म तो इन्फॉर्म्ड. The police should have been informed by you. This is the way to change the active into the passive voice. Right? So I have discussed with you all about the how to change the present tenses, how to change the past, how to change the future. In future, we don't change the future continuous and future perfect continuous. We will not change anything into passive voice. हम इन्हें passive voice में नहीं change करते. जो active voice का rule होता है same as it is we will write in the passive voice. So I hope that you have understood all about this thing, that how to change active voice into passive voice. Okay, now in next video I am going to tell you how to change the active voice into passive voice with two objects. Okay, till then watch all these videos, try to understand all those things. Stay happy, stay blessed.